So welcome back to Made by Amanda Mount. I'm Amanda and I make stuff. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a crochet artist. I mostly make amigurumi plushie type items that I sell at market events and online. And today we have a special video that I thought would maybe entertain you guys a little bit and have you get to know me a little bit better. I will be ranking my hobbies that I have pursued as a chronic hobbyist. What that means is I love finding random hobbies, crochet being one of them. You'll have to see where that is ranked on the list. I am obsessed with trying out new hobbies. I feel like, how do you know what you want to do or what you're good at if you don't try everything? If I had just stuck with maybe one or two things, I could have been really good at something by now, but instead I like to try everything. Sue me. So I will be starting to rank my hobbies in order from my least favorite hobbies to my most favorite hobbies that I have pursued. Some things to note about me before I start this list. If I am not somewhat immediately good at something, I probably won't stick with it for long. Is that my toxic trait? Maybe. Okay, let's just get started. At the bottom of my hobby list, the 12th hobby is pole fitness. Yes, pole fitness. Working out, dancing with a pole. When I am pursuing a hobby, I go all in pretty quickly, so I immediately bought a pole on Amazon. It was a good bit of money, and I had never attempted this before, but I was ready for the challenge. I thought it would be a great fitness activity to do at home by myself. I thought it would make me feel cool and, I was excited about it. So anyway, I got this pole. The only place in my house that it would fit was actually in my living room because of the height of the ceilings. I didn't anticipate that, having to put a giant pole in my living room. My dad really didn't like it. He would walk into my house and he said that it was really giving people the wrong impression and I really should take it down. But I tried to pursue it as hard as I could for a little bit of time, and you guys, it was hard. It was so hard. The amount of upper body strength you need to do really anything on a pole, like spin around it, climb it, it was so difficult. I had to get all this goopy stuff from my hands because I couldn't have a good grip on the pole, and I'm a pretty active, I thought, fit person, so I didn't think it would be that challenging, and boy was I wrong. I give anybody credit that does that. I was only able to do one little tiny move where I just simply kind of went around the pole for a second, and that was quite literally it. It hurt my hands, it scraped up my body, and it just wasn't the thing for me. So lucky for my dad, I ended up taking the pole down, and that is why this is the number 12 hobby on this list. Number 11 on the list is baking. I got into baking during COVID era, like many other people did, and I really liked it. I love baking because you're basically just following a recipe, and if you follow it the right way, hopefully it will turn out good. I was obsessed with making banana bread. I was making a banana bread every other week, and the only issue with this hobby is the more I bake, the more baked goods I eat. This was COVID era. I didn't have a lot of people around, so baking a banana bread every other week meant that I was eating a banana bread every other week. So I have stepped back from baking a lot on my own just because I'm trying to maintain somewhat of a slim figure, and there were just more hobbies that are a little bit more fun than that one. Moving on to number 10. Number 10 is Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Yes, if you guys didn't know, I'm a one-stripe white belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, not to brag or anything. How did I get into jiu-jitsu, you might ask? Well, I'll tell you. I went on a date one time a couple years ago with a man who I met on a dating app. We did kind of have a mutual friend or two, so I thought it would be whatever. And it was a learning experience because my mistake, we were just gonna go get ice cream, but I met him at his apartment, and when I walked into his apartment, he had all these mats all over the ground, these blue mats. You couldn't even see the floor, it was just these blue mats. And I was like, what are these mats for? I asked him, and he proceeded to tackle me to the ground. he put me in a chokehold, and as the light is dimming from my eyes and I was swearing that this was the end, he whispers in my ear, "Do you know how to defend yourself?" You guys, I thought that was the end. I thought that was really the end for me, because actually I didn't know how to defend myself, and that was a problem. Another problem was, why was this man that I met 2 minutes prior tackling me to the ground and putting me in this situation? I don't know if that was his move. I don't know if he really meant anything by it, but it's a really scary situation. I did live, clearly, but after that I definitely didn't date for a while, and I immediately put myself in jiu-jitsu classes because I thought it would be really helpful to somewhat learn how to defend myself, and it was an awesome experience. I think that everyone should pursue a martial art at some point in their life. I really wanted to stick with it. Here's the thing. Everyone was really sweaty. Like, I don't even mean to like be dramatic about that, but people's sweat was like dripping onto my face and stuff, and like I just couldn't do it. The mats were like soaking wet, and also one time this guy tried to like show me how to do an arm lock, and he sat so hard on my chest, I think he like broke some ribs that never completely healed. It's like so easy to injure yourself in jiu-jitsu, like one little pop in the too far in a direction, and I hate the idea of like possibly causing irreversible damage to my body. So unfortunately, that is why we didn't continue to pursue jiu-jitsu. However, I'm not ruling it out for the future. If not jiu-jitsu, I would definitely like to get back into some self-defense classes or something, because as a woman in this world, unfortunately, you can never be too careful. Okay, moving on. Number 9 on the list is the piano. I do go to vocal lessons because I do musical theater, and when I was in vocal lessons, my vocal teacher said it would be helpful to also learn the piano while you are learning the voice, because it's good to help with learning the voice, it's good to learn music, and I don't have any instruments in my repertoire, so I was like, great, I'm absolutely gonna do that. So me being the person that I am, I immediately bought a giant keyboard on Amazon, and I started to try to teach myself the piano. However, this is one of those things, guys, where I wasn't immediately good at it. It's very hard to immediately be good at an instrument, and it is one of the only hobbies that I've pursued that I just like can't stay consistent with. I've never been able to teach myself an instrument. Like, other than singing, I can't stick with it. I don't know. It's like something you really have to like be committed to and really practice, and I learned a couple chords, and that was that. Unfortunately, I do still have it in my bedroom set up collecting dust, and it is something that I really want to learn eventually. So that one I really want to get back to. Don't judge me for this video, by the way. Number 8 on the list is woodworking. Woodworking is something I had always wanted to try. Like, I think the idea of just building things with your hands is so cool. Like, what is cooler than that? So when I moved into this house, I immediately started my woodworking career. Well, not really a career, I guess. I made enemies out of every single person that works at the Home Depot down the street because I really had no idea what I was doing. And it was definitely an interesting time. Actually, these shelves behind me, I don't know if you can really see them, but all of these shelves, they are shelves that I built from scratch. I cut all the wood, I sanded it all, I stained it all, I did the whole thing. Yeah, it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. After that, I felt pretty proud of myself, so I took on an 8-foot wood counter from scratch that I built in my kitchen that's like sitting above my washer and dryer, and that was the one that unfortunately made me give up on the woodworking. I couldn't figure out like the measurements to fit this thing on top of the washer and dryer. I was drilling a bunch of crazy stuff and putting things together with wood glue, and it was just like a mess. It is standing. It felt good. to really be done with it, but unfortunately the measurements did end up turning out a little off, and I can't open the little thing where I need to put the laundry detergent in my washer. So every time I like have to do that, I just have to like lift the counter a little bit, but it's fine. Other than that, it's fine, and I am very proud of it. Okay, number 7 on this list is painting. Prior to my crochet pursuits, I was an avid painter. I really like to paint, specifically oil painting. I learned from the OG Bob Ross. If you don't know who Bob Ross is, I mean, you should know who Bob Ross is. He's an actual legend. And prior to this YouTube video a while ago, I actually had a YouTube channel called Manda's Quarter Life Crisis. Manda's Quarter Life Crisis. Where I, in more detail, documented all these hobbies that I was pursuing. And I do have a really nice video. Well, I don't know if it's nice. It's like just a video of me actually going through the trials and tribulations of painting. Oh my god, do not touch your canvas. I know I almost just did, but do not touch it. Oh, I just made it worse. Boom, clouds now. I don't do much oil painting anymore because oil painting is messy. It was like an incredibly messy time because you can't just like wash oil paint out of things. You need like mineral spirits and stuff to like get oil paint out of things. So if I was getting that anywhere, I would literally have like an aneurysm, and I'm a very messy painter. So unfortunately that wasn't working out that great. That being said, I do still love watercolor painting. I have a lot of watercolors, and I would put that a little bit higher on the list if we're talking about a painting list. Number 6 on the list is yoga. Yoga is another one of my videos that I had on my Quarter Life Crisis YouTube channel, and this was a rough one.
Am I doing it? Am I doing it?
Yoga from the outside, like they make it look so easy. Like anybody could just do it. And that really isn't the case. Yoga is actually very difficult. At my local gym, I go to some yoga and Pilates classes, and I'm like one of the youngest people in the class. There's like all these older women in the class, and they're just like doing their thing, and I am struggling. Yoga is hard. Moving on to number 5, which is gardening. I love the idea of gardening. I love to garden. I have just run into a lot of issues gardening here at my house. I have pretty much every critter you could imagine in my yard, and I was at war when I was in the height of my gardening. I kept upgrading, and the more I would like upgrade, we would hit the next level of critter destroying the garden. And it's like you wait so long for your harvest, and then immediately things would eat it. We graduated from the groundhog gophers that would like dig it up from the bottom to the bunnies that would eat through the sides. And then when I upgraded from the plastic to a more solid metal, I had the squirrels and the birds coming in from up top. Like I just couldn't win. I just could not figure it out. It became such a stressful and disheartening experience that I had to give it up for a little bit. I did also have my first gardening experiences in a Quarter Life Crisis video.
Oh, things look bad. Things are looking bad.
Don't judge those. That was my very first time attempting to garden. If you guys have any gardening tips, please leave them in the comments below. I'd love to read them. I am planning my next garden. It will not be an in-the-ground type of garden. I will definitely be doing an above-ground bed. I also tried a little bit of livestock. I had some quail for a period of time. I was a quail mom. That's a story for another day. Number 4 on the list is singing. Like I said, I do go to vocal lessons because I am involved in musical theater, and singing has been such an interesting time. I do love singing. I'm just not incredibly confident with it. I used to do a lot of theater when I was younger, back in like middle school and even prior to that, and then I kind of gave it up for a lot of years, and in the last like 4 years I got back into musical theater, and being on stage with people that have pursued their voice and acting like their whole lives, it's been you know, a challenge. I love going to my vocal lessons and seeing my voice improve, and really the voice is an instrument as well, so like learning how to navigate your voice as an instrument is just so cool and I love it. Number 3 on the list is weightlifting. Yes, she's a muscle mommy. Well, I try. Weightlifting is the fitness activity that has stuck the best for me. I love being in the gym and seeing my weights increase over time and seeing my body change. Like, it is the coolest experience. If you work hard enough, like, you can change the whole dynamic of your body, like, to a degree, and I just think that's the most amazing thing. It's also a fitness activity where I can just zone in and like do my own thing, listen to my music. I don't really have to like, you know, talk to people, and no one else is sweating on me usually, so I like that one. Number 2 on the list is acting. I love acting. I just finished a local production of Grease, the musical. If you haven't already heard, in the last few of my videos, I played Marty in Grease. And you guys, I did put together a little video of some of our musical numbers from the musical because some of you guys have requested to check that out, so that will be in a private link in the description below. If you want to check it out, please let me know what you think. It was so fun. I'm so sad to be done with the show. I absolutely love acting. It is one of the only hobbies that I haven't tried to monetize. I do have a problem as a Capricorn queen who loves business and money. I have a tendency to try to monetize all my hobbies, and acting is just like truly something that I do just for me. It's the biggest rush for me, and like truly there's like nothing else like it. These hobbies are different from the hobbies that I have monetized, by the way. Maybe I will put together another video of all the side hustles I have pursued because that's a different story. Okay, number 1 on the list. Can you guys guess? It is crocheting. Crocheting is my favorite hobby to date because it checks off so many boxes for me. Yes, I did end up monetizing it a little bit, but like that is fulfilling to me. It keeps me so motivated, and usually not in like a too stressful way. Like, it's something that I still enjoy. I just absolutely love making things with my hands, and like specifically making the kind of like amigurumi that I make. Like, I fall in love with everything that I make. I'm constantly inspired by new patterns. I love seeing what everybody else is doing. I love this community. I love going to markets. If I had to compare anything to like acting and being on stage, being at like a successful market feels the exact same way. Like, it is so fulfilling and exciting to me. It has opened so many doors. It has introduced me to all of you amazing people. It's something I can do just like whenever. Like, I could bring my yarn wherever. I can crochet and like watch TV. So even though it's a ton of work and I spend a ton of time crocheting, it doesn't feel like I'm like sacrificing a ton of my free time, because it's something like I genuinely enjoy. And because of that, I still consider it a hobby. This is not my full-time job, and I don't know if I would ever want it to be my full-time job because I like not having the full pressure of this being my full-time job. That is all that is on my hobby list for now. Please, 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 you guys, comment down below and let me know what your favorite hobbies are in addition to crocheting. Let me know what you think of this video, and let me know if you check out my Grease video, and also let me know if you think I should make a side hustle video to let you guys know what my most successful and least successful side hustles that I've attempted have been. Hopefully this was a fun little watch, and make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss my videos in the future. And thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.